First, I want to make sure that this is very clear, as YouTube makes it hard for viewers to watch multiple part videos. This is going to be broken up into 4 parts. We do full uninterrupted interrogations on this channel, and the subject of this video was questioned for roughly 6.5 hours. So for your convenience, it will be a series. All of the links will be in the description as they are released, and for those that support us on Patreon, all of the videos are already posted for you to view there. Thank you. Welcome all you couch detectives out there. Join us every week for new cases, and if you're a fan of true crime, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything. The absolute best way to support the channel is to subscribe, and if you appreciate what we're doing here, hit that like button, let us know that we're moving in the right direction. Okay, enough rambling, let's get into it.
You know, once you're with a person and you guys have solidified the relationship, some things get swept under the rug.
Were you solidified though? I mean, that doesn't, those messages, the conversation, the history, I don't see anything solid about
She wanted to get married, and I wanted to get married too. I wanted to get married.
I'm just saying, solidified? You just called the relationship solidified. Was it? She's saying bye?
Our presence.
I want to know you, sign over the rights to the
kids.
That's
what we both talk like that to each other, but at the end of the day, we never mean it. If you look at the last thing she said to me, she said, you know, I sent her something, I was talking about, you know, how a woman... We talking about women and men, the difference in running a household or something like that. And she was like, does that mean that you finally want to make the family work? Or does that finally mean that you want to get married? She said that to me yesterday around 4 something in the afternoon. And I didn't respond. And today she's dead. I wish that I had responded to her.
Well, you seem like you've convinced yourself of that story.
It's the truth. It's the truth. She would get nasty with me whenever I wouldn't budge for her.
You never got nasty with her?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I didn't say that I did. But at the end of the day, I knew that we still loved each other. I knew that me and her could get through anything. I knew that she and I would always be in each other's good graces.
Until she didn't want that anymore.
No, she did.
Until she was finally done.
No, I'm telling you, she did want to.
These situations always eventually end up finally done.
No,
you weren't gonna let that happen.
No, she wanted to make us work. She wanted a family.
Yeah, she wanted a family. She wanted a real man to commit to her and be there for her, not someone running around hiding her, not wanting to post her.
If you look at the message and we talked about it yesterday. How
many social media applications you got? You got Instagram, Facebook?
Yeah, I do.
How many pictures of her are on your Facebook and Instagram?
I archived them.
How many pictures of her are on your Facebook and Instagram?
Right now...
Meaning nobody can see them, right? You don't have any pictures of her.
That's why she felt like I was hiding her.
Why were you?
I really wasn't. I felt like we need to get married first before I do all of that.
She was done. She knew what you were doing.
No, she wasn't.
You were keeping her in the shadows while you did what you ran around the country doing what you wanted to do.
If you look at the text messages, you'll see that she said...
She was done, bro. Done.
She wasn't.
She was ready to cut you out.
Yesterday, I told her, I said...
She was sick of the back and forth. She was sick of knives and guns and drama and doors being kicked in.
Yesterday, I told her, I said, I wanted to move our family up north. She said that we need to be married first and then I'll come. She wanted...
AKA commit. If you want me, show it and commit.
Yeah,
and
but
you couldn't do it.
No, I could have done it.
You could have, but you chose not to.
If I would have showed...
She was done.
No, she wasn't. If I would have showed up yesterday and said, let's get married, she would have said, let's do it.
No, because if that's what you really wanted, you wouldn't have spent the last week in Middleburg. You'd spent the week with her. You're in town. That's where your kids are.
No, I mean, but
you're gone all the time.
But she and I...
Why not take advantage of every minute here to be around her and your kids?
But she and I, we were engaged, and we put the engagement on hold. She had her engagement ring. Sometimes I guess that she would wear it out. But when it came down to
you weren't done playing, man. And she called you on it.
No, I think that when it came
She was
down,
done. She called you on it. You weren't done playing. You weren't ready to commit. You didn't want to be what she wanted you to be.
She loved me.
She loved you,
and
but she was done.
Too. She really wasn't. If you look at the whole conversation that we had,
you can love someone and not want to be with them anymore.
No, yesterday she said that she wanted to be with each other. Even if you look at this past week's text messages, you'll see a message in there when she says,
I don't have to look at past weeks. I can look at last night's.
She didn't want you in her life.
No, when she says
she didn't want you in her kids' lives.
That's not the truth.
She didn't want you to have any rights to her kids.
That's not the truth.
Because you wanted to go play up north.
No, that's not the truth.
You didn't want to send them any money.
That's not the truth.
You didn't want to have anything to do with them.
That's not the truth.
You wanted your free space that you said.
She would make that stuff up.
You're in town and you're staying with your parents. You're not even staying with her.
She knew I loved my kids.
You haven't seen her in a week.
And she knew I was active in my kids' lives.
You haven't seen her in a week.
She knew that I would never leave my children's lives.
You didn't see them for a week. You're living
I was
the
other
end of the country.
I was talking. I mean, the last time
you wanted nothing to do with her.
No, that's not true.
And the second she tried to cut you out of her life, you couldn't handle it anymore.
No, that's not true. But I needed space.
Why'd you need space? You live up north.
The last time
Which one of those pictures is when you met her?
The last time I saw her was last Saturday.
Which ones is when you met her?
I've known her since I was in the 9th grade.
She trusted you, she loved you, she wanted it forever, and this is where it got her.
I didn't do anything to her. I would never touch her.
Just pull a BB gun on her.
I've known, but I would never hurt.
Send pictures back and forth of knives and guns.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's something. Had that type of stuff going on. Sometimes I didn't even feel like I had to mention it.
That's how you left her. That's what you did to her.
I didn't do that.
You see your kid's blanket right there on her?
I didn't.
That's how you met her? That's how you left her.
I didn't do that.
Do you know who put that kid's blanket on her?
I didn't do that.
Your 3-year-old kid. You know where your 3-year-old kid laid for hours?
I didn't do that.
By himself, by herself, left in that apartment alone.
There should have been 2 casings next to her where you shot her, but one of those casings was in your kid's room because they were running around playing with stuff in the apartment all day, left unattended on their own.
I wasn't over there.
That's what happens when you hold a Glock 43X to someone's head.
I should have protected her.
You should have.
From yourself.
But what'd you do instead?
I wasn't there.
You should have let her go. You weren't ready to commit. She didn't want that anymore. She got so sick and tired of that bullshit back and forth that she was ready to let go.
She was so in love with me.
She was ready to let go, no.
She was so in love with me to the point
not anymore. She wanted to let go.
That's not true. I knew how she felt.
She said goodbye. She said she wants your rights.
Look at how many times we both said goodbye, and look at my response when I told her, I said you didn't even apologize.
Not important.
No, I told her, I said you didn't even apologize to me about talking about stuff with the kids' rights, and then she told me, she said, you know, I didn't mean that. I said it because I was mad, and I said, you need to apologize to me. And that's when she sent me a text message. She was laying right there.
She was laying right there when she said, "You don't have to do this."
She sent me a text message.
She said, "I love you. You don't have to do this."
I don't know,
Daddy.
Those kids were going to be there. That's why you locked the door on your way out.
I don't know who she was dealing with.
Her mom had to use the key when she went in there today.
I don't know who she was dealing with.
The only person that's going to take the time to lock the door and try to make sure it's at least somewhat secure is you, because your kids were in there and you knew that.
I want to find.
But you couldn't call her mom. You had to wait. You had to wait all day long to make it look like, I don't know what's going on. I can't get hold of her. You couldn't call right away.
I never.
You had to wait because you went in self-preservation mode.
No,
Let me save myself.
No, I never call her mom. When me and her would get into arguments and stuff, I would never get her mom involved. So when it comes down to it, you know, I just like to handle stuff like an adult. But when I saw that I kept calling and I kept texting and she didn't respond.
You and I both know that's what you did to her. There's no one else that came in there and did that. You did that.
I didn't.
You did that.
I didn't.
You got pissed off. You got emotional.
Why would I be upset? She said worse stuff than that.
You shot her in her own bed. The same bed you probably...
I've never I've never.
The same bed that you used to have sex with her in, that you in, there's a bullet in that pillow, right where she laid her head last night.
I didn't touch her. I didn't do anything to her.
All that back and forth bullshit, guns, kicking doors in, pulling guns, this is where it got you.
I didn't do anything to her. I didn't touch her.
Just tell the story, man. What happened?
I did.
Tell the story.
The last time I saw her.
No, I don't need to hear all that.
Last week.
No, that's not true.
It is true.
This is the last time you saw her. This is the last time you saw her.
It's not. I didn't even know what happened to her until y'all told me.
Your sister knew what happened. Your mom knew what happened.
Who?
Your sister and your mom.
When?
They knew what happened. Before you showed up on the scene.
You didn't go over.
They had been contacted.
Really?
They knew something was wrong.
Well, why didn't anybody contact me?
Why'd you show up at the scene?
Oh, we were going to contact you, and you knew that. That's why you showed up. But you came without a key because you knew you'd already called her mom, or you left her mom to find her like that, so you didn't have to.
No, I showed up over there because I called her.
You were hoping to never see what you did to her.
I called her countless times. I tried to go in there. I didn't know that she had even had anything done to her. I did not know. I didn't know what happened to her until you guys told me when we came in here.
You think it's a coincidence that 2 weeks prior to this, you broke her door and you held a gun to her head?
I don't think that.
And then she's found with gunshots and a broken door. Isn't that a little bit of a coincidence?
Daddy shot mommy.
I didn't do anything to her.
You don't have to do this. I love you.
I didn't do anything to her, and I didn't go back over there. Once I left there last week, on that
After you held a gun to her head and kicked her door in?
A BB gun.
Your phone might not have gone back over there, but you did. I don't know why. Actually, I wouldn't know because you deleted your location history after the 15th.
I don't.
That's why you were very quick to say it's been a week since I've been over there, because that's what your phone shows.
No, I just know where I've been. I didn't know that anything happened to her. I didn't even know that my family had been contacted about something that happened to her.
Why wouldn't they contact you?
I don't know. Maybe they were worried about how I would handle it.
You handled it just fine. You haven't seemed to. You haven't seemed to have an issue at all. You weren't even concerned about her when you showed up and you saw police everywhere.
I didn't know what happened.
You didn't even ask about your kids for hours until we mentioned them.
I didn't know what happened. How can I ask about something that I don't know?
How did your family know?
I don't know. I don't know.
Let me tell you this. If you dropped your son off at his girlfriend's house, police everywhere, police tape, people standing everywhere, and the second you walk up, your son walks up, they take him into custody, what would you do? Would you drive away? Would you go see why he got taken into custody? What would you do?
I didn't know that my kids had gone into any type of custody.
Listen to me. No. Listen to me. You have theoretically, you have an adult son. You drop him off at his girlfriend's apartment complex. There's tape everywhere. There's police everywhere.
Yeah, I told him that it was. He asked me. He said, "Am I dropping you off, or am I supposed to wait on you?" I said, "I don't know." I said, "Maybe she'll be able to bring me out to Middleburg after I head over here." Once I got there, they said that they weren't letting anybody else outside of residents go into the buildings. And once he said that to me, they didn't want to tell me what happened. So I started walking back towards the car, and he said, "Hey, I need you to come here." So I asked him, I said, "What's going on?" I didn't know what's going on.
Was your dad still there, or did he just drop you off and leave?
He sat there for a minute because I guess he was trying to see what was going on too. Mm-hmm. So I don't think he knew. If my mom and my sister knew,
what about when they took you into custody?
I didn't see him after that.
Okay. Had he already left before you were taken into custody?
I don't know. Once they took me into custody, it was hard to kind of pay attention. Do
you think if he saw you taken into custody, he would have come and seen what was going on?
They had the whole area blocked off.
If he saw you being taken into custody, do you think he would have come and seen what was going on?
I don't know.
Or do you think he cares?
Stepdad, maybe he didn't care. He probably didn't even want to give me a ride. I don't know.
Were you still there when the police came and knocked on the door?
I would like to take the time to thank all of our members. Your support really helps the channel continue, and you are truly appreciated. For early access to all of our videos, exclusive videos, and extra case content, consider joining our Patreon. The link is in the description below. Okay, let's get back to it.
If he saw you being taken into custody, do you think he would have come and seen what was going on?
I don't know.
Or do you think he cares?
Stepdad, maybe he didn't care. He probably didn't even want to give me a ride. I don't know.
Were you still there when the police came and knocked on the door?
Knocked on what door?
Knocked on her apartment door last night. Were you still there? After you did this, how long did you hang around?
I was never there. The first time that I showed up at that apartment complex was around 6 p.m. That was my first time going over.
So it's your position that some random guy that maybe she was seeing, maybe she wasn't, that your 3-year-old son also calls daddy.
I don't know. Like, a lot of guys know that she loves me. A lot of guys, and some guys get jealous of that. You know, I'm a guy.
Which guys are those? Which guys are those? Because earlier you said you didn't know anything about any guys. So you just said a lot of guys know that she loves you.
I mean, I've been out and guys.
Has she told you about other guys?
No, but I've heard stuff. But
have you confronted her about other guys?
I just don't pay attention to gossip.
Have you confronted her about other guys? Have you asked her about other guys?
Yeah, I have asked her.
What did she tell you?
She's had times where she said stuff like, no, she doesn't feel that way. She loves me. No, she would never deal with another man. Just like in that picture, she said, in a text, she said, no, me and you have 2 kids going on 3. I don't want any other man. I just want you. Like, she said that stuff.
How did you calm the kids down afterwards?
Calm the kids afterwards?
Did you have to go put your hand over their mouth?
What do you mean?
Did you tell them not to say anything?
What are you talking about?
Did you tell your son, don't say anything?
After what?
After this happened.
I wasn't there. I didn't do anything. The first time that I got to that apartment complex was this afternoon. That was my first time being there since last Saturday.
Since last night?
I wasn't there last night.
How does me telling you that she's passed away send you in a, ball and curling up and everything, but these pictures you don't have any reaction to?
You're asking me questions. I feel how I feel, but I still have to be strong in this situation. I still have to. My kids, I have to deal with my kids. I have to worry about raising them, and I have to do it as a single parent.
You didn't worry about them when you left them there.
You think you're gonna have custody of your kids after this?
I don't know.
That was a grand plan in your mind. That ain't gonna work.
Maybe between her mother and me. I don't know. Maybe her mother can keep them while I'm up north, and I can come and visit Jacksonville. I don't know, but that's how I'm thinking. After that stuff happened, she was a great mother, and I didn't want anything to happen to her.
Of course she was. She maintained the kids while you ran around the country doing.
She tattooed my name on her wrist and her hip and different things. Like, she loved me.
That's what she wanted at one point in her life, and then she gave up.
No, if you
she
look
knew
at,
you were never going to come around.
If you look at the text messages,
we looked at them. She told you goodbye. She told you were nothing. She told you she didn't want you to have any rights to the kids anymore. That's
not what she said. She said,
we read them to you.
No, she said, I want you to terminate her. And then once I said something to her, because I stopped talking to her after that, I said, why didn't you apologize to me about saying that you want me to terminate my rights? She said, you shouldn't have. She said something like, you shouldn't have taken me serious. You know I was just angry when I said it. And we talked about making the family work again. Like,
it was never going to work.
It could have.
You held a gun to your head. You kicked her door down.
No, I didn't kick her door down.
You came back and did it again.
No, I didn't.
And then shot her in her own bed.
The last time.
And then left your 2 kids there with her dead, laying there.
I didn't leave my kids anywhere, and I didn't do anything to her. And that's the truth. The last time that I saw her.
Give it a good look, brother. Next time you see those pictures, might be in the courtroom.
The last time I saw her, she did not look like this. The last time I saw her.
That's not how she looked when you got over there last night.
I didn't go over there last night. I wasn't there.
funny how you have an answer for everything except the actual important stuff, like these guns that are just missing out there in the wind somewhere.
I mean,
why you came all the way across town without a key to get inside the own apartment that you knew your kids were in and you couldn't get hold of their mom?
I mean, all I had to do.
You didn't need the key, and you knew you didn't need the key.
All I had to do was knock on the door.
How are you going to do that if you can't get a hold of her?
A person was willing to make a blank trip or a good trip. It's been plenty of times where I stopped over there before and she just opened the door for me. She would just open it for me.
You acted like earlier that, you know, she might be seeing other dudes you don't really know.
I don't know.
Too much into that. But so why all the violent arguments?
I mean, for me...
What were the violent arguments even about? Why did she pull a knife on you when you held your daughter?
I've been in Jacksonville for about 2 weeks now. Since I came back. Maybe 2.5. I'm not sure specifically. But, you know, when you stay in a different place than a woman, it takes away a lot of the mess.
Why were you... Go back to earlier what you said. Why do you have to stay at your parents' house? Why can't you stay with her and your children when you're in town?
I mean, the last time I came for a long time, I had hotel rooms.
Why? Why can't you stay?
I'm a man. I like to have my own living arrangements. I'm used to being in my own space. I'm used to being in my own
Why not
place.
just stop messing with her then? Why not just leave her alone, let her go on about her life?
Because it wasn't that type of situation. She and I...
Why not let her go be with a man that was going to commit to her?
She and I, we've always been committed to each other. And we still are committed to each other. We still are. Even through it all. We just had a tough time. We've had tough times.
She didn't want you anymore. She was done.
She did.
She said you were nothing.
That's not true.
No.
She said it in a text, but she was just trying to be mean.
No, she said you were nothing.
No, she was just trying to be spiteful. Like most people do when they upset.
Over the last 3 weeks, she said nothing.
She said
it's been all arguments.
No, she said that after she said, you don't love me.
I'm happy you think this is a joke. Goodbye. You don't care about me.
No,
show
look
me
at the
every
text
day.
before. The text before that, she said something about how I feel.
Why
yeah,
focus on
that's
the
what
text
she
before
said.
that?
You have pride issues.
She said that stuff because she felt like I just didn't want to get married. That's what it was about. She felt like I just didn't want to get married. That's why she was upset.
She was going to start holding you accountable. She was going to go to the courts. You were going to get put on paper.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, even if she would have went...
No more of this. You can pay what you want.
No.
Come and go as you please.
She knows that I gave her more in support than what she would have gotten if she would have taken me to the courts. She knew that. That's why she would never do it, and then we would always make it work.
I know you still like her. Please just leave me alone.
Yeah, she was just talking. She said stuff.
That's
like
all
that.
she's saying. She doesn't say anything decent in here. She doesn't say that she wants you. She doesn't say she wants to be with you.
I think you're skipping text
I'm not
messages.
skipping. I'm reading through them.
It's a lot of messages in there that say other stuff. Like even when she apologized, even when she said, "When are you?" She asked me. She said, "When are you coming home?" She was like, "I want you to come home." Like.
Being a parent isn't a sometime job. It's a 24/7 job, 365 a year, no days off.
Yeah.
I'm not about to beg you to help me.
Yeah.
Because you're not around because you want your space.
No, she asked me.
You don't want to be around.
No, she asked me for something extra, and I had already given her what she needed. I said, "Wait."
You haven't given me anything.
I said. She said in 3 weeks. She said you haven't given me anything in 3 weeks. That's what she said. 3 weeks. She didn't make that much money, so I ended up giving her more money than what she would have gotten. Make sure that she was good, just to make sure she was taken care of.
She was taken care of. Now she's no longer your problem.
She wasn't a problem to me.
Did the gun go off?
You really know how to hurt me. I don't think I'll ever be the same after this.
Oh no, she was talking about social media when she wrote that.
There goes another excuse.
Yeah, she was immature.
You got an excuse for everything.
If you look at it, you'll see she'll say, "Look, oh, that's what you put on your social media." She put something else like, "Oh, yeah." She asked me that. She wanted to get married.
Yeah, but she can only go to do that, so she finally realized you were never going to. So
she didn't realize.
You just need to apologize and tighten up. You couldn't even apologize to her. I didn't do anything to you. You're turning the blame, just like you're doing now. You're turning the blame on her. She asked you to apologize. You said, I've got nothing to apologize for.
She wanted to be because she had...
Here, what's the excuse now? You've always got one.
There's no excuse, but I look at things how they are, and a lot of times she would give me a hard time.
It was a mistake to text you. It won't happen again.
No, she said that because she said that because she felt like I wasn't responsible.
You can't hurt me anymore because you never loved me, and I realized that just now.
You've made yourself the victim in every situation.
No, she was just, you see that she was playing a victim in those situations.
She's a victim of aggravated battery and aggravated assault when you held a gun to her.
No, she's the type of person.
She's a victim of being a single mom when you ran up off north and you're not supporting her.
I support her.
And the second she wants to cut ties,
she didn't want to cut ties, and I overly supported her.
How does any of those texts I just read?
No, that's not
say
right.
That you didn't want to cut ties. You said
you
didn't want to have anything to do
She just said, don't you want our family? That tells you that she just wanted to be married. She just wanted to be married.
Yes,
that's all
keep it about the kids, superhero. I have nothing to say.
That's what I said. No,
that's what she said.
No, I made a Facebook. No, I made an Instagram post, and it said like Batman single, Superman single, and then I put, I must be single, and she was like, all right, superhero, and that she got upset about it.
She asked you to stop being mad at her because she was really depressed because of how you were treating her.
She got upset. She wanted to be married. All that stuff
and you wanted nothing to do with her, so she moved on, and you couldn't handle it.
No, I don't think she moved on, but
you broke her door.
But I do think that she was seeing. I do think she was seeing somebody else.
I won't contact you or reach out to you anymore.
I do think that she was seeing somebody else.
You just wanted that when you were in town a few nights a month.
I think that she was seeing somebody else, though.
Do you think how you handle me is love? Ask yourself that. I hope you enjoy yourself last night because you were pushing me further and further away. You couldn't even answer the question, how would it make you feel if you never saw me again? And you don't answer the question. You go hours without answering a question.
A lot of times she would just...
I won't contact you or reach out anymore.
A lot of times she would over-exaggerate.
You had nothing to say to that.
She used to over-exaggerate stuff.
You're at apparently you're at a hotel party this whole time. No wonder you're not responding because you're out with other women.
She was ready to move on. She was ready to move on.
It's more of a gathering. Oh, okay, sorry. It wasn't a party. It was a gathering. My bad. I was mistaken.
She was ready to move on. Of course it wasn't.
And it wasn't a party. It was like I had a drink with a friend.
No, of course.
I was being nasty. Like she likes to be nasty.
You were being nasty, all right.
Yeah, you know how she'll say something, and you know how she'll say
all she said is she wants nothing to do with you.
No,
That's all she said.
No, she did. She wanted everything to do with me. She wanted everything to do with me.
I feel like I need to go through your message. I think you know my ex-wife, man. Y'all got a lot in common, bro. Y'all been the victim of everything.
But I'm saying but the point he keeps going back to in the text messages is saying that she didn't want anything to do with me. But on the flip side, we just saw the message that said, don't you want our family? That tells you that she wanted everything to do with me. She was just angry when she sent that to me.
She was ready to move on.
She was just angry.
You can only gameplay for so long. She's ready to move on. She wanted a man.
When I get to Connecticut, I'm only coming on holidays. Talk to you later. So you didn't even want to come see them. You were happy to be out.
I was saying that out of anger.
That was your little hidden away family.
Did you just shoot her out of anger? Did you just break her door out of anger? Did you just hold the gun up to her head out of anger?
I didn't touch her.
I'm not fooled by you, man. You got a very violent side to you.
I didn't touch her.
Yeah. You're hiding it, and you think you're good at it.
The past 4 women you've been with, you've been violent.
You snap.
You took a gun to a woman's house.
You get emotional and you snap.
Your own family trespassed you against their house.
You lose control.
I don't.
You're calm, cool, you're a player, like you're smooth with the ladies and all that until this happens, until they say, hey.
I didn't touch her.
She had to start therapy. I'm mentally drained. I had to start therapy.
She used to shake my son. She had mental health issues.
You wouldn't answer the phone. You hung up on me.
She had mental health issues.
Why did you blocked her number?
Yeah, I didn't want to talk at certain points. She had mental health issues.
You disrespect me so much. I don't know why I reached out. Your ego is going to cause you to lose your family for good.
She wanted to make the family work.
Where does any of this say that?
I wanted to make the family work as well.
Why? You were going to gatherings at hotels without her.
No, but she wanted to do things on her terms.
You said when you get to Connecticut, you're not coming back.
That was a lie.
You weren't giving her. You said you texted that to her.
But I didn't mean it.
Why don't you just let?
I was just being mean.
Why don't you just let? After all this, why don't you just stop in the communication?
I mean, she loved me and I loved her, and at the end of the day,
you don't care that you hurt me. I'm pregnant. I'm not even eating. I really don't think you love me at all.
That's
love.
You
didn't respond.
Those pictures are love. That's how you loved her. You loved her so much you left her like that.
I would have protected her. I would have never had her.
You just said, I guess I'll be a single parent raising my kids. Now this is your plan, man. That's what you wanted, not her. You couldn't control her anymore.
No,
she finally was breaking free.
That's what I would have to do. Based on the now.
You were losing control.
No, I
wasn't. She said, I want us to get help, and you sent her an emoji with no mouth because you didn't want to talk, because you didn't want to get help. Because you were happy in your
she wanted us to go to counseling.
Yeah, and you didn't want to.
Yeah, there's
that gun again, that Glock 43X. It went missing 6 months before this photo was taken.
It's the same picture.
Yeah, it's the same picture as the
same picture we talked about.
It's the same picture right here. Yeah.
Hold on, play the audio one more time.
Oh yeah, what does that say? Oh, hold on.
About the knife? That's the knife you tried.
Girl, that's the knife you tried to stab me with. On the same counter as the gun.
Yeah,
what was the point of that? What was the point of you doing that and taking?
Because
no. Just
I had to
sign your rights over and leave us alone.
No, because she got mad with me. Exactly.
I would too if you held a gun.
She was trying to play the victim, and I told her. I said, hey, some of the stuff that took place, I said I recorded it. Once I said that I recorded some of it, she started acting like she had some sense.
Why'd you record it?
Because you knew he was in the
I didn't record it.
You did right here. You took a picture of it.
No. I didn't record the whole altercation. I said I recorded the altercation, and she started saying that she didn't want to say anything about it and stuff because she was in the wrong. I made that up just to show that just to let her know that I knew she was in the wrong. I didn't tell anybody about what she did.
That made me grab my gun. All I see is you putting a gun to my head, and I think I have PTSD from all the things you've put me through.
Look,
I'm done.
If anybody was going to have PTSD,
you called it your gun.
Been me.
You called it your gun, and then not 2 minutes later, you said you threatened me with a knife, and you showed the picture of the knife, and on the same counter, she takes the picture of the gun that you threatened her with. That's not a BB gun. That's a Glock 43X.
She probably took a picture of it because she probably had possession of it.
How did she have possession of it if 7 months before this you reported it lost?
I don't know. It was reported lost
because
in her
apartment. Because it's the same gun that you just said that you used.
It was reported lost in her apartment.
You made me pull out my gun. You didn't make me pull out a BB gun. You made me pull out my gun. My Glock 43X. My Glock 43X.
I never had a Glock 43X on me.
Okay. It's right here. How do you say that? It's right here.
I never had a Glock 43X on me.
How do you explain that?
I never had a Glock 43X on me.
How do you explain it?
I never had a Glock 43X.
You bought a Glock 43X?
Yeah, but it got reported back in January.
Okay. From her apartment.
It's right here.
The picture of the gun
14 days ago. It's right here on her apartment.
All right, well,
the same day that she said that you held the gun to her head.
No, listen.
The same day that you broke her door.
The photo that you're looking at, that's a picture that she took, right? That's a picture that she took.
That's a picture she took.
That means that it wasn't in my possession. If she took that photo, that means that she had that gun.
She wasn't in the same apartment. She wasn't in possession of that knife.
And it was in the same apartment where I reported it stolen. That means she had the Glock 43X.
The same day that she had the knife? She didn't have the knife.
I took that picture.
Do you see the knife in her hand?
I took that picture. No, I took that picture after she left.
The knife's not in her hand.
No, I took that picture after she left.
After she left her apartment?
Yeah.
Or after she went
because I was getting my stuff.
She went in.
No, I was gathering my belongings to leave her apartment.
She's out of the apartment when you took this photo?
Yeah, then we kind of made up that same day.
She's out of the apartment when you took this photo?
That's the knife you tried.
Yeah. Girl, that's the knife you tried to stab me with.
Yeah.
Who are you talking to?
I was talking to the camera.
You took a photo?
Yeah, I was talking to the camera and I sent it to her.
You took a photo?
Yeah, like a live photo.
You don't talk to a live photo.
You just said last night if you went over there, y'all probably would have had intercourse. You probably would have made up. You did go over there, and you did think that's what was going to happen. And she didn't want shit to do with
I didn't go over there.
When's the last time y'all had intercourse?
The last time I said that I wanted to see her was... The last time I said I wanted to see her was probably on Saturday. I called myself putting her on punishment because she wanted to see me, and I wanted to see her.
When's the last time y'all had sex?
It might have been... No, it was before Saturday. She gave me...
Was it during the couple nights you spent there last week?
She had an outbreak. She had genital herpes.
Okay.
When's the last time y'all had sex?
We weren't having sex because she had an outbreak. So
When's the last time?
So we were doing stuff outside of that.
When's the last time?
That was maybe for like real sex or like oral sex.
Real.
It might have been that. Might have been when I got in town.
When was that?
That was about 2.5 weeks ago.
Over 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay, and you haven't since then?
No.
Okay.
You come in town, you spend a couple nights over there, and then you disappear again. That's what you wanted. That's what she didn't want anymore.
I mean, I was willing to work it out, but I just needed some time to myself.
How are you not ready to settle down and commit to her?
I wanted her to come up north. It would have been backwards for me to move to Jacksonville because...
Well, she didn't want to come up north because she didn't want nothing to do with you.
No, she wanted to come up...
She didn't want you in her life.
She wanted to come up north with a wedding ring.
She wanted you to terminate your rights.
No, she wanted to be married for her to come up north. And she said that in text. She said that in the text. She did say that in the text.
Well, I just read text from the last
text message said when we get married, she'll move up north. That's what it says.
I saw you're worthless. I don't want anything to do with you.
I said the same stuff. That's an argument, though.
That's all she was saying.
That's a light argument. If you look at you aren't pointing out any of the good stuff that she.
Because it's not in there.
It is in there.
That's a light argument as opposed to a heavy argument where knives and guns get pulled.
I mean, that stuff was already bygones, man. It was like nobody was worried about that.
She was worried about it. She said she had PTSD from it.
Just on Wednesday, she asked me to come over. I
didn't see that in the text.
I could have had look, she says, when are you coming home? Come home. Like, and I corrected her. I said, I don't stay here. I don't stay at your apartment. I stay up north.
I just read through all those. I didn't see that.
Look on Tuesday. At Tuesday when she said that to me.
It's not in there.
It's in my text messages.
We've gone through this like 4 times now.
I remember the conversation.
It's not in your text.
You got your story, man. You stick to it.
I remember the conversation, though.
Just remember holding the casing from a bullet that you fired into her.
I didn't fire
any. Whose blanket is that on her lap right there?
There's a bullet hole in that pillow right there.
That looks like my kid.
Do you think during the 17 hours they were left there that maybe they took a nap? Maybe they tried to... She wasn't waking up because they were just left there. Do you think they got hungry in 17 hours that they were there by themselves?
I would never do that.
Why wouldn't you commit to the woman? Why would you not commit to her?
It was on the itinerary.
It was on the itinerary.
You couldn't even spend a week with her.
Yeah,
you wanted your free space.
Yeah, I wanted to stay. My mom.
You haven't seen her in over a week.
I wanted to visit.
You haven't seen your kids in over a week.
Your mom just trespassed you.
But we would FaceTime.
Your mom that trespassed you from your grandma's house.
That was you talking about last year.
October.
She didn't trespass me. My sister.
On the record.
It's documented.
No. My sister.
Your sister's not in there.
My sister does stay there. My sister lives there.
Your sister's not the one that trespassed you.
Nah, but my mom was trying to. I don't know what she had going on. Me and her would.
What do you think your kids did for 17 hours by themselves?
And I wasn't trespassing.
What do you think your kids did for 17 hours? 17 hours by themselves. No food, no water, no one to take care of them laying there. After they just watched their dad do that. Daddy.
I didn't do anything.
Daddy. And Daddy told them.
They watched me do something.
Don't tell anybody.
What? What? That means that it's another man that said, don't
tell. They called Daddy?
Could have been.
It was Nick. Nick did it, I bet.
Oh, yeah, it's probably the same Nick.
Nah, she doesn't know him.
You don't know him.
No, I know him.
Who is he?
No, just a guy who's up the street from Kenlock.
Yeah, of course.
That's running around with your Taurus 40 or his Taurus 40?
No, he doesn't have my Taurus. He had his own. That was just the last time I was in the presence of a real firearm. That's why I mentioned it.
Not the Glock 43X.
No.
I bet Nick broke in and stole the Glock 43X.
Probably. And the Taurus 40.
I doubt it. I don't know. You never know. But I don't even think he knew where she stayed at. He wasn't that close to me. You know, sometimes you just know people from around the way. But I know that he didn't take anything. And, you know, I just...
Are you violent?
I just wish that I had been with her.
Are you violent?
No, I'm pretty...
These people are just all lying on you?
I'm pretty passive-aggressive.
You'd use that term quite a bit tonight.
No, I'm saying I'm pretty sure, like...
Is that passive-aggressive? That's your definition of that?
Your past 4 girlfriends think you're all passive-aggressive?
9 times out of 10, yeah.
They all call the police because you're just being too... PTSD because of your passive aggressiveness. They trespass you from family's house because you're passive aggressive.
A lot of times, no, I wasn't.
They don't want you to be in their life because you're passive aggressive.
I wasn't trespassing.
They want you to terminate your rights to their kids because you're passive aggressive.
And she didn't want my She didn't
you
want
break a door because you're passive aggressive.
She did not want my rights to be terminated.
You hold a gun to someone's head because they're passive aggressive.
She didn't want my rights to be terminated.
Why would you continue when y'all are going through all this drama?
Because at the end of the day, she and I would always work it out. That's why.
Didn't work it out this time.
We would always work it out.
Is this working it out? Is this how you define working it out?
I'm not responsible for that.
Leaving her there saying, please don't do this, I love you. Don't do this, I love you.
Just think, if you had committed and you had been there for her and your children and your family, this wouldn't have happened then. You could have used your Glock 43X to defend your family last night had you been there. Man. Had you not wanted your own space.
When I lost that gun back in January, I wasn't even worried about it.
Well, maybe you could have died defending your family and she wouldn't be laying there like that then. But you needed your own space.
I mean, I wish that I had been around.
No, you don't. You said you wanted your own free space.
No.
You said you got a hotel.
To keep something like that.
You said you were a man. You said you were a man and you needed your free space.
I don't know.
You said you're a man and you're staying at your mom's house. But I said you're a man and you're in a hotel.
I have my own place up north. I'm visiting.
Away from your family.
Yeah, I'm visiting. I came because I had a heart diagnosis. I came. My doctors are in Jacksonville.
Who are you visiting? You're not visiting your family.
No, I was staying at my mother.
You wouldn't shoot her and do this to her because you don't pull real guns on her. You just pull BB guns on her.
I wasn't in her presence.
Yeah. All right.
This is my phone. Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
You guys want to give me my phone and make a phone call?
Not right now.
All right. About how much longer do we have?
We still got a few things to do. We might have a few more questions. I mean, we're kind of all in this right now, so we're stuck here too. I mean, if you need something, knock on the door. We got drinks and snacks. You can use the restroom. Just let us know.
All right. I'm getting out of here. I need to call a ride.
We still got some things to do. You don't have to worry about a ride. We can give you a ride if you need a ride. So, or if you need to call someone, we can take care of that. But right. It's still just going to be a little bit longer.
So we're looking at an hour, a couple hours.
I don't know. I wish I could tell you.
All right.
All right. If you need anything, just knock on the door, man.
Mr. Armstrong, how you doing in here?
All right.
I know, trust me, I know what you're going to say. I know what you're thinking, all right? But you just got to have to hang in there and be patient, all right? There's a lot of things still happening right now, okay?
All right, so what's going on specifically?
Well, we're working through some issues just dealing with the case. I mean, okay? There's a lot that's happening.
All right. So what do you guys need from me?
Well, at this point, we are still kind of taking a look at your phone and some other things, okay? Just comparing timelines and...
All right.
So just hang in there for me. Is there something I can get you?
I'm kind of trying to just stay awake, man.
I understand. If you need to put your head down and take a nap, do what you gotta do. I mean, I know.
Coffee and some cigarettes.
Okay.
I know
I really think at this point you're not going to be here too much longer, okay? And I'm not just saying that. I think you're close to getting out of here, okay? So just hang in there and continue to be patient for me, all right?
All right, about another hour or so.
It's hard to say. Maybe not that long.
All right, awesome.
All right. Okay. Mr. Armstrong, I'm going to give you an update, okay? So here's where we're at. We are getting a search warrant signed by the judge for your parents' house, okay?
All right.
And we're about to go out there and search. So is there anything we need to know, anything you want to say before we do that?
No.
Okay. Nothing in your room or anything like that's going to be alarming to us or of interest to us that you can think of?
No.
Okay. Is there anything in your room that you want to tell us about that we should know about before we go looking?
No.
Okay. And now I'm not even talking about like guns and stuff like that, just anything in general.
Just laptop.
Okay. Besides a laptop, anything else?
No.
Okay. There's nothing, no guns or nothing gun related, no ammunition, no gun boxes, no anything in that room?
No.
Okay. Alright. You have any other questions for me right now?
Can I ride with you guys when you go?
You're not going to ride with us necessarily, but if you need to ride back home, we have officers here that can do that, okay? Now, when that's going to happen exactly, I can't tell you that because I don't know. Okay. But that's where we're at. That's what we're working on, okay?
All right.
All right. I wanted to clarify something because I think I made it specific to your room. Alright, the search warrant is going to encompass the entire house, okay? Is there guns in the house? Where would the guns and gun boxes be in the house?
My stepdad may have a firearm in there.
What kind of firearm does he have?
I don't know.
Okay. When you say may, what leads you to believe he may have a firearm?
I just said he may.
Okay. You don't know if he does or not?
No.
Never seen him with one, never heard him talk about one?
I just know he was in the military, so he probably has one.
So as far as you know, there's no guns in that house?
No.
Okay. No gun boxes? No gun cases? Nothing like that?
No.
Okay. Alright. You probably will be hanging out, though, until we get that done, okay?
Alright. Can we ride in the vehicle behind you guys? Or?
No, you're gonna. You'll be here until
you won't be at the house while we're doing that.
All right.
Okay.
Not even sitting outside or sitting in the back of a car while you guys get it done.
No. The other thing I wanted to ask you about is the key to his apartment. Where you said something about a bag earlier. Where is that?
I had a black book bag.
In your room?
Yeah.
Okay, and what is it on a key ring? Does it have a specific color or covering on it or anything like that? What color?
No, it was like a loose key.
Gold, silver?
Probably like a bronze key.
Like a bronze key? And it's just a loose key by itself in your black backpack?
That's probably where it would be.
Okay. And if it's not there, where would it be? Where else would it be?
If it's not in that...
You don't know?
No.
Where is the gun box that you had originally for either the Taurus, the Glock, or you don't have any gun boxes for those guns? Where'd they go?
No, I don't.
I mean, if you bought them from the gun store, they should have come in a box. Did you throw those away? I mean, what
I
happened?
probably tossed them.
You think you tossed them?
Yeah.
Okay. You say probably. I mean, do you
9
know?
times out of 10.
Okay.
Because I was just visiting, so.
Okay. So on a scale of 1 through 10, are you 10 out of 10 confident that there's no guns or gun boxes in your room or in that house?
Yes.
Okay. But if your stepdad has something, you don't know about it?
Yeah.
I got you. And the best place to look for the key to the apartment is in your backpack.
Probably,
A
yes.
bronze colored key.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it's a loose key. I didn't have on a key ring.
It doesn't have a ring or anything attached to it. It's just a key.
Yeah, because I wasn't driving or anything, so it's not like on a car key ring. And
Okay.
Do you have any other keys, like house keys to your parents' house, or
no, I use a code.
keys to your place up north?
No, I left those keys there. I have a box for it.
Okay. Key to that box?
No, just numbers.
Okay,
Like a
I got
code.
you. I got you. What vehicles are there?
It's a Mercedes, a Volvo, and a pickup truck.
Mercedes, a Volvo, and a pickup truck. All your mom and stepdads?
Yeah.
Right. Does anyone else live in the house other than them?
My little brother.
Your little brother, how old is he?
He is about 13, but one of the cars I don't think that they use. So.
Do you know if it's like registered or anything like that? The car? The car they don't use? Or is it just like a junk car, or is it like a car they're fixing up?
No, all of their vehicles are registered.
Okay. Even the one they don't use?
Yeah.
Is your laptop password protected?
Yes.
What's the password to that?
One's a company laptop.
That's an Amazon laptop?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what you spend all your time on when you're over there?
Yeah, that one and my silver laptop, the password is the same.
Okay. So there's 2 laptops in your room?
Yeah.
Do you have any other devices or anything like that in there? Is there another
Jet-
phone?
No.
Okay. So just 2 laptops.
2 laptops, a jetpack that has Wi-Fi on it.
You don't have any video game consoles or anything?
No.
Okay. Alright. I think that's all I got. You got anything else? For now. If we think of something else, alright. But like I said, that's where we're at, okay?
All
So
right.
maybe a little bit.
You won't be left alone here. There'll be people. So if you gotta get something, drink, use the restroom or anything like that, you can still knock. We're gonna have people here. So we're not all leaving you.
All right. Smoke again before you guys leave, 'cause I know it'll be a minute.
We'll see how close we are to getting this thing going.
All right.
Hey, Jerome.
Hey, how are you?
All right, buddy. You want to go grab your stuff in? These guys are going to, these fine young gentlemen are going to give you a ride back to Middleburg.
All right, thank
All
you.
right?
All right.
So I'll see you down there. The other guys are headed down there to go talk to mom and dad
All right.
and just check out a couple things, okay?
All right, sounds good.
Man, I appreciate your patience and your cooperation, and hopefully we'll get some answers soon.
All right.
Okay?
Please keep
All
me
right.
updated on
Yeah.
everything.
Okay, will do.
Just have it sit for right now. They're gonna come right back. You can close.
Mr. Armstrong,
Yes.
you ready to do this again?
Yeah.
Is that the truth?
Yes.
Hey, listen, I know it's been a while since we last talked. We covered your constitutional rights before, right?
Yeah.
Are we still good on that? Do you have any issues or questions?
No.
Okay. So you're good to talk, continue the conversation, and try to get to the bottom of this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you need to go back over your rights at all?
I remember everything.
Okay.
As far as,
Yeah. And then I know we had asked you, I think on the way over here, if you needed anything to eat. Do you need anything to eat or drink? Do you need to use the restroom before we get started?
Right now.
You're good right now? Okay.
You get a little sleep in the car, in the room earlier?
Like a cat nap.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I saw you dozing in here. Started to wake you up. So, but
Good for you. That's more than us. All right. So listen, we kind of left off with going to do search warrant at Mom's house, right? Mom and Dad's house. Okay. And we have spoken to your family, got some background stuff. Okay.
All right.
All right. You. I spoke to Jay. How do you say her name? Yeah, your sister Jay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then your mom, and your dad, and I guess your brother, your little brother.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody seems to be of the same mind and opinion about y'all's relationship.
All right.
Very toxic, right?
Depending on how they look at it.
Well, I mean, those are your closest people to you, and that's what they're
Yeah, I
saying.
mean, it's true. We had a somewhat toxic relationship, but we'd always kind of bounce back from it.
Okay. Well, in a toxic relationship, normally it takes two to tango, right? It's not usually all one person doing one thing, all the other, and at very least, at least one person's allowing things to happen when they probably shouldn't, okay?
Yeah.
But the bottom line is, at some point, there's got to be a recognition of, hey, this is not working, this is not good for us, this is not good for our children, maybe we just go our separate ways, all right? That didn't happen with y'all.
I think that she and I, we were just still giving it a chance.
Yeah, after what, 5 years?
Yeah, I mean, you know.
According to your own mother, that there's certain family members that just didn't want to deal with you, her, have y'all around, or be around just because of the toxicity and the level of just drama.
Yeah, sometimes they would prefer for us to kind of just go our separate ways, but she and I had our own personal understanding.
Okay. But at the same time, they loved, like, they respected her as a mother. They just didn't. I mean, do you think that's an accurate description of y'all's relationship? A fair depiction, at least from their point of view?
That's fair.
Okay. All right. You have any other thoughts or feelings that differ from earlier when we talked?
No, I don't.
Okay.
you stand by everything you said before?
Yes.
These still don't have any effect on you? Besides the obvious, huh?
I didn't do that.
You didn't do that?
No.
And you don't know who did?
No, I never went back to her apartment.
You never went back to her apartment?
No, my mom picked me up, and I've been in Middleburg since.
Just to clarify, you haven't gone back to her apartment since when?
Since last Saturday, probably.
That was that Wednesday through Friday that we had talked about, I think we had said, from last week.
This whole entire week, I haven't seen her, and I think that I arrived in Middleburg on... You know what? I might have been in Middleburg for the past 2 weeks. All right, I can't remember. My mom, she can tell you when she picked me up.
Mr. Armstrong here, I'm not going to go through the whole song. We spent hours doing the song and dance thing back and forth, all right? The last time we left off, we were getting a search warrant for Mom's house, okay?
Yeah.
Your family's amazing people, by the way. Your mom, your dad, and I told them how polite and cordial you've been this whole time, okay?
Thank you.
So obviously y'all were raised right, okay? However, you told me we wouldn't find anything at that house.
Yes.
You stand by that?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, you sat there in the back of that police car. What was going through your mind watching us walk all around and do what we were doing? I mean, could you see from where you were? I don't even know. I know you were down
I looked, but I didn't really pay too much attention. I wasn't really worried about anything being found or anything.
No. Not in the house?
No.
How about outside the house?
No.
How about the backyard?
No.
How about under the stairs?
No.
Clothing?
No.
Something else under the stairs besides clothing?
No.
Nothing. So if those items were placed there, they were placed by your mother
No.
or your father?
No.
Or maybe your brother, maybe they went and killed.
Items are you talking about?
You tell me, you put them there. Don't play dumb with me, man.
I didn't put anything.
You've been doing this whole thing. I told you we're not doing this song and dance again.
I understand.
You know what's there. You put it there. And guess whose size clothing it is? Yours.
I understand, but I didn't go to her apartment. I never.
Who did?
I don't know.
Someone in the house did. You said it wasn't you, your mom, your brother?
No one in the household went over there.
How do you know?
Because I know that. Who else would go over there?
Exactly my point. Who else besides you would go over there?
Who else has a history of kicking her door in and threatening her with guns?
I've never kicked her door. She and I, we had a dispute.
Your own mother is aware about that situation.
Your own mother told us that you told her that happened. And your sister told us that happened.
No, but that was like, we were tugging on it.
Okay, sorry. The door was broken and you threatened her with a gun. I don't want to get into the semantics.
I didn't threaten her with a real gun. But,
All right, we're not rehashing this. We understand what you've said. We disagree on the specifics of it. We've told you what we think happened,
yes.
What we know happened, what we can prove happened, we know that your story.
I never hid anything. I never hid anything. But I didn't hide anything. I didn't.
Re-say that again so you can hear how that sounded. Say it one more time how you just said it.
Maybe I'm using semantics.
No, or maybe you're just lying.
That's a lie. That's not semantics. That's a lie. Me saying you broke a door by kicking it and you saying you broke a door by struggling over it is semantics. Not semantics. That's a lie.
The thing about it is, when it came down to some of the stuff I had, I never.
Let's not say stuff. Tell us what it is.
You said when it came down to the clothes and stuff like that.
Stuff like that. What stuff? You just said you.
I never went back. I never went back to her apartment.
So you were holding on to.
No reason.
Mr. Armstrong, you've been doing what you've been doing for like 18 hours now.
I mean,
it's calculate 14 hours, 15
I mean, my thing is, no matter who was around
you
or
throw
who
something
did
out
what,
there, you
but
see
it's my stuff.
Trying to see what we know. Trying to get me to show my cards because you don't want to come on, man.
No.
Right there.
Yeah, but I didn't.
With a baby in her belly.
Yeah, I understand, but
a baby that now is dead.
One of your children was found crawling around on her like that.
Laying her blanket down and laying on top of her.
I would have never done anything to her. I would have never did that to her. And that's honest.
So
I didn't have any malice in my heart to do anything to her.
You said you went to college. You're articulate. I know you're smart. You understand DNA, right? You understand what DNA is?
Yes.
You understand how DNA works?
Yes.
If I touch this, come back later and swab it, my DNA is going to be on it?
Yes.
Do you remember us taking DNA swabs from you?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand how firearms work?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand that there's a process of ballistics that can match firearms with projectiles and whatnot?
Yes.
Okay. Knowing what you know, understanding the basics of DNA, understanding the basics of ballistics and firearms, understanding the position that you're in your relationship with her and everything. This is your time, because we've been going at this for 18 hours. We don't want to be lied to anymore. We know what happened. We want to give you the opportunity to tell us your side of the story. Cards are on the table. If you want to tell us right now, that's great. If not, we're done.
I'm giving you one last opportunity to go down the things got emotionally out of control. It just got crazy and something happened. Or I'm evil and I'm just going to continue to protect myself and look out for myself. Bump her, bump them kids.
No, it's never bump anybody.
That's exactly what you're doing. You can look at it and you can play it in your mind however you want, but that is exactly what you're doing. You're saying bump your kids, your own kids.
No.
Because you're protecting yourself over your kids.
I wouldn't do anything like that in front of my kids.
Okay, pick your path right now. Stop talking and pick your path. Which one you want to go to?
I wouldn't do anything like that in front of my kids.
Okay. So you didn't do it?
No, I didn't.
Okay. All right.
Good.
We'll leave it at that. Then I can only ask you so many times, right?
Yeah.
Okay. My partner just touched on firearm ballistics a little bit ago. Just a minute ago when we were in here, right? You said you understood a little bit, but I don't really think you do. What do you understand about it?
I know that guns have certain patterns on the shells and stuff once they process.
Okay.
Was it processed as far as where did that come from? Was it the one you purchased? Were you holding it for a friend? Was it Nick's?
No, it wasn't Nick's. No. It wasn't.
It could be a 22 or it could be a 43X.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's the same 43X that's in the pictures between you and
I know that the caliber is a 9mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why didn't you mention any of that earlier? Why didn't you tell us?
I mean, because
why is all? Have you not noticed the pattern for?
No, what I'm saying is
15 hours we've had to sit here and backtrack everything.
Because I know that I didn't do anything to
because
her.
what I just told you earlier, you give up nothing, and then every time I confront you on something, you just lie.
I know that I didn't do anything to her, so.
Well, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the gun. When did you put the gun there? And where did the gun come from? That's what we're trying to figure out now.
I want to thank you all for watching. Look for the next video in this case coming soon, and we will see you in the next one.